You don't understand what you're saying, but it's working mysteries for you at the end of the day. So yeah, we're encouraging everyone to put prayer first, because that's the only thing. I mean, someone asked me yesterday that why is it that in everything that you're doing, we see you rush in to go to church, we see you do this, we see you do that. I'm like, Charlie, it's that. I have no option. So take the prayer seriously. Well, that's a wrap. We don't want to look like we're preachers this morning.
I don't mind looking like a preacher.
Bebune?
Yes.
Yes. That's a wrap for DDOV for today. And of course, it's time for to take a quick look at major daily. But before that, of course, we need to take some music coming in from Queen. Thanks. Later.
Oh, later. Queen to
Exactly. And this is one coming in from her.
Happy Ghana is so trending. I was trying to be a hater and say dead news, but facts. It's not dead news. People are still trending with it. Well, let's talk about something we all wanted, that is success. Everybody wants it, everybody dreams of it. We all aspire to succeed and make a mark in life, and that's why you're up today and moving. We push ourselves to excel, enduring challenges along the way just to be successful. Chalet. Through it all, it's going to be difficult because, I mean, it's how the structure of life is. You need that extra boost whilst you're going through that difficult time to keep pushing forward. And on those days where you need somebody to be there for you, Cowboy Coffee will be by your side. It's a rich, creamy 3-in-1 blend with a great taste and aroma that would aid kickstart your day. So whether you're working or just creating beautiful memories with friends and loved ones, Cowboy Coffee will be there with you every single moment. So no matter where you're at, as you chase after those goals, keep Cowboy Coffee close to stay motivated and going. Remember, Cowboy Coffee is with you every single moment. Now let's check what's trending on X.
Okay, all right. You rightly said. Biggest party, 40th RNAQ 40
something funny
is at #1.
Yep. So while surfing through social media before the party, I was trying to see if Ghanaians would do what Nigerians usually do when there's a big event. The outfit they're going to be wearing the night. You'd see them post photo shoots of it before the event. So I was on social media surfing through, and then I saw a post from Nanaba. She said, they say that those who have been invited for the birthday are the creme de la creme of the country, of this country. Now, for those who haven't been invited, they are the bread de la bread of the country. So, henceforth, those who were not, invited to the birthday, they're the bread de la bread, not the creme de la creme. Just know this and know peace. I thought that was really hilarious. I saw a lot of trolls for those who were not invited for the birthday. I didn't attend, even though they had the invitation. I'm saying pride now, because why you need to go? Is it paying you now? I have a friend who actually didn't go. Now, Eddie asked one call because I said, "Oh, Narcissist about town." So me and Kyle could have gone to find my missing rib. I said, now pride, if fully shout out to you. I'm not going to mention your name. Don't worry. Because I told him I was going to put him on blast this morning, but don't worry, I'm not going to mention your name. You'll be fine.
No, but I mean, so are you trying to say that those who were given an invite, who one way or the other couldn't attend, I mean, well, they missed out.
Yeah, they did miss out.
Yeah, they missed out in one way or the other. But I mean, someone would also say a birthday party. After all.
So it brings me to a story in the Bible. Not quite sure what chapter of the Bible it is right now. I can't remember. But an invitation was sent out to people to come and dine with the king, and they didn't show up. So the king sent order out. That's bring anybody you see out there to come and feast with me. Since those people I invited were not respectful enough to show up to me. I think that when anybody sends out an invitation to you, it's a way, it's some sort of respect to you. They regard you, and that's why they're inviting you to their event. So I think if you have a good enough reason for not showing up, you can communicate that to them. But just outright ignoring them is very disrespectful. I think a lot of people who couldn't show up probably reached out and said, listen, I wish I was there, happy 40th, and whatever. But I'm just saying this to say that, listen, when you've been given an invitation to go somewhere, the person respects you, and that's why they're reaching out to you. That's not to say that you that were not invited, you're not respected. He just doesn't know you. But this weekend, a lot of people use this birthday to troll people on social media. I thought it was really fun to watch.
All right, so Ronaldo is trending. Galamsey, Netherlands, Edem. Yes, when you speak about trolls, Edem would be in there. Lamine Yamal, Portugal, Shatawale, Davido, Sak, Croatia, Richard Ni Ama Kwe, Kuende, Denmark, Thiago Mota, GNFS, Elikem, Sam George, Madagascar, Juventus, Rio, Germany, DJ Slim, and Ruben Diaz. I'm quite surprised that, the Ashanti Regional Minister is not trending one. Maybe we're trending a Doom PZ, a Doom Blue Light is not trending, but Ebia, they're trend, or more trends, no. Obiababe, 2 trends, no. All right. So before we get into the birthday, I want us to get into that of Galamsey, where it is. All right. Good. All right. So Charlotte Nicole says you burnt their excavators and arrested them, and they promised to grant them amnesty when they win power, and now it's turned bloody. You did your best, but people did not appreciate. But one thing is for sure, you'll always be my goat. Talking about the ex-president, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo.
On that issue, right?
Yep.
I want to say something briefly so we can move on. Who did they arrest? The owners of the excavators or the boys in the pit? Because from the reports that we've heard, it's the boys in the pit that were arrested. But let me also break it down to you what that means. These boys are innocent to an extent, because without the support of these companies or these individuals that have the money to buy these excavators, because these boys don't own excavators, they are merely labor. And they being behind bars haven't curbed the issue in any way, shape, or form. I think that to be very honest about the fight against Galamsey, to curb this issue, I think they did what they can do. But to arrest the boys that are being put in danger and leaving the people behind their actions is like cos-90 job. Because these people have come back, have more money to buy excavators and put new boys back into the pit. And then you're going to arrest these boys again, and the issue continues.
The boys are not ready to bring out whoever is financing them.
I don't think that's the case.
So then, why are we not getting those people?
Exactly my point. I think that should be, because there's no way in heaven, there is no way these boys will kill themselves and be in jail for these people. I don't think so. I do not think so. I think that the wrong people are behind bars, and the people who have the money to fund these actions are walking around freely. And I think that's not fair.
Well, that's been the case always.
And that's what I'm saying. There should be a stop to it. If we're really trying to fight Galamsey, this is not the way to go, in my opinion.
Dr. George says Galamsey has been allowed to thrive for far too long. We have been lenient in addressing this issue for so long that the corporates have become comfortable, empowered, and sophisticated. We need a harsher approach if we truly want to solve this thing. Now, the harsher approach is what we're looking for. I might as well just get into that. Ed Hub says the multiple huge Galamsey pits dug close to various houses in the Achim Bwedua community in the eastern region, where a 14-year-old junior high school student, Seku Samson, fell and drowned in one of them on March 6, 2025. This is quite really, really, really sad. Okay. All right. Let me come back to this. All right. Good. Also, let's check this one out. Oh boy. Anyway, this is interesting. Joy News comes in and says a Forestry Commission Rapid Response Team member is fighting for his life after armed illegal miners slashed his knee with a machete in the Offing Shelter Belt Forest Reserve. And these are pictures. It's good to see what people are saying underneath this. General Buhari says, Mahama's solution to ending Galamsey, we are not serious as a nation. And you remember this happens to be the graduation with, you know, the, what is
of
it?
The guys
the
that
guards, yes, exactly. Abdul Rauf Ibrahim says, we're hitting the street now. John Mahama, stop Galamsey now. Bongwad, yes, you want to hear from him? You don't want to.
I mean, he can go ahead. I mean, his comment is there.
Mahama got to declare a state of emergency in the forest reserves to get the military into there who have to shoot to kill, because at this point, that's the only solution.
How I wish I could see on national television that what I am actually thinking. But okay.
There's a meme in WhatsApp, on WhatsApp, which shows, don't let me say what is on my mind. There's that particular meme.
Yeah.
I think you forwarded that meme to him.
Yeah, I just forwarded it.
Yeah. The new, okay, Da Costa says this is what happens when we tackle serious national issues with politics. The new Tescon informant says the president can end Galamsey in 1 week if he wants to for How Market Day, Sam George and Co. Nana Kwesi Eshan says declare state of emergency now. Eddie says this is the job of the soldiers. Where are they? Richard says even military officials couldn't stop these thugs, but you sent unarmed kids to go fight them. Suicide mission. Kojo says this is not a war for the weak, and we shouldn't wait for lives to be lost before taking proactive measures. Ziggy Man says, who told you President Mahama is going to stop Galamsey or illegal mining? Never. And then pulls back a 2024 approach to this. A total of 1,200 pickups have been donated to the NDC by the NCSS MAG. Small-scale miners gift 1,200 pickups to Mahama for NDC campaign.
Let's be very clear. Small-scale miners are not Galamseyers. We have small-scale miners and we have illegal miners. Small-scale miners are given license to mine, but not as Ashanti Gold. Your friend is saying, is it Goldfield Ashanti? The very big companies, right, can mine. They're not given that mandate because that is for national companies that are affiliated directly to national to the national interest, you know. So for me, we need to get that clear. Small scale miners are not illegal miners. They are not Galamseyers.
However, we do know that every license has been revoked as we speak.
Yeah, the ones that were given since after December 7th. Yes, so. All
right. Last one from Dermy Markson. I like his name. We have rebels in the forest, like joke. Yeah. All right. Okay. Well, that wraps it up for what's trending on X. There's more to come right here on the show. Time for us to get into our in-depth stories. Don't forget, we've got sports, we've got entertainment updates, and a whole lot more. We'll be right back after this.
Visit www.mx24online.com for news, exclusive behind-the-scenes videos, up-to-the-minute sports updates, and the latest Broken Pen stories now. Experience more of MX24 Online. Visit mx24online.com today. MX24. Fun, fearless, and factual.
morning. It's the start of a new week, the 24th of March. We are marching into April. Welcome to the Morning News on the AM Club. My name is Adam Kobe. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you doing?
I'm fantastic.
How was your weekend?
My weekend was interesting.
I saw your campaign.
Yeah.
That's what you were about.
Yeah, it was interesting. Very interesting.
Hey.
Yeah.
What course again is that?
Political communication.
Political communication.
Mm-hmm.
Why didn't I study that one?
Political communication. Oh, interesting.
But that's a degree program, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
At J.O.A.
Yes, yes.
Is that in my palm into there?
Oh, it's a degree.
Yeah.
Not a diploma.
No.
Okay.
I have a cousin who has 2 degrees. And then a master's, and then a PhD.
I don't pay them.
Oh, jolly.
Degree no come, we are just waiting to finish.
Oh yeah, 1 degree, and I think that was in psychology or something like that. And I was saying, oh yeah, we know. We say, I'm missing out on something. So he went to get another degree in diplomatic something. And then right after that, he went to do his master's.
Aye.
Master's in Diempo. I said, I don't want to follow you.
8 years just for 2 degrees, then master's 2 years.
Yes.
Hey!
Me, yes, I did.
4 years to come for your better.
Even if you give me money, I will not do it.
Right.
Because study is not a joke.
I don't remember the last time I actually took a book to say, oh, I was going to sit down to, when I say book, I'm not talking about like reading books or anything of that sort. Like, for story books and other books there, we look into that. But sometimes when you're reading those type of books, it's probably to enjoy the story,
Yeah.
to get more vocabs, on something like that. But with this one, where there is school, because I mean, Kai last time but we're going to look into that and then get back, maybe with political communication.
You should.
But what course are you said? Like, what is the program?
Communication studies with journalism. So journalism is my major.
Your major?
Yeah.
Okay, baby. Okay, let's go. Journalism is good. I did journalism. I have a diploma in journalism and mass communication.
Right.
And oh God, Tommy and Forcing, I love you. I really didn't want to say that one. I had a tough time in school because I was such a divided-minded young lady. I was so young when I went to do my journalism. Oh my God, that was amazing. Anyway, let's get to it.
Let's get into our stories now. Yesterday, the Muslim community were happy. Well, over the weekend they've been happy. Why? Because 31st March and 1st April has been declared holidays for them in commemoration of their Eid al-Fitr celebration. And this in 2024 was a campaign promise by President John Dramani Mahama that he's going to make the Muslim celebrations a part of the national public holidays. It's seen the light of day. They met it with great expectations. At least for some of us, it is a day for us to rest.
Yeah, come to where
add to our own.
Don't even try it. Don't even try it.
Yeah, right. But yeah, that is one of the things that is trending. Also, a lot of people have been asking what happened to Oral after the submission of the report to the Auditor General and then the Attorney General. Well, the Attorney General is going to brief the media today on the course so far on Oral and what the action is going to be. We do not know. A lot of people are like, what should we expect? They do not know what to expect, what they are going to hear from the Attorney General. I mean, if we're going to see some people being prosecuted and if he's going to align certain names that have come up as a result of Oral, especially on the back of the raids that have happened, if they are also a part of the list. A lot of people are, anxious to hear what he has to say. But yeah, he's going to brief the media today. I
heard that an apology has been rendered to Dr. Addison.
Yes, so that was just like what happened during that of the former finance minister. As protocol and diplomatic relations, it's been rendered. But then Parliament has called the Interior Minister to come to the floor of Parliament to answer questions based on that. So we also hope to hear what he has to tell Parliament, hopefully tomorrow, because we know Parliament sits on Tuesdays. We hope to hear what he has to tell Parliament tomorrow about that as well.
I think this is very disheartening and very confusing. It looks very unstructured.
And the funny thing, we've still not heard anything as to what the exact reason for the raid is. Who led the raid? Because right now we know it's alleged that Richard Jakpa led the raid.
As who?
Exactly. So I think he's a deputy. I'm not too sure of it. He's a deputy at the NIB.
Deputy, or taking actions.
Then again, it brings the conversation back to who authorized it. And we heard Justice Serumsai, the Deputy Attorney General, say that
he is in the know with a shaking voice, with a shaking mouth.
Yes, that the Auditor General's office is aware of everything. So the Attorney General's office is aware of everything. So then again, it raises questions.
Too targeted for you and worrying that
it is.
These actions are taking.
It's
almost as if one person decided to do it and everybody has to say that we are included too, so that we don't look bad. I am just alleging that the way the stories are going around, they're not adding up. True. And we have said that one of the reasons why Ghanaians decided to vote for this government for this party was because they promised Ghanaians to recover all the loot, to make sure the thing called corruption is a thing of the past. So when we are tackling issues, we shouldn't tackle it with emotions or who we think. Right. We should come with facts.
Right.
Because that's how you get people suing you back. Because the confidence in suing you is as a result of how you handle the entire situation. I think this is how we want to go.
Right.
Anyway, let's get into our stories.
Let's get into our stories this morning and start off with the Minister of Interior. As the Minister for Interior, Mohammed Muntaka Mubarak, has highlighted the urgent need for the Ghana Police Service to establish a dedicated 24-hour policing unit to support the government's 24-hour economy initiative. Now, addressing, according to the Minister, ensuring security and stability for industries, businesses, and organizations operating around the clock is critical for the successful implementation of the policy. Speaking at a meeting with the leadership of the Ghana Police Service, the Honorable Minister emphasized the indispensable role of law enforcement in making the initiative effective. Now, he stressed that businesses adapting the 24-hour economy model will require robust security measures to protect their operations, employees, and assets. Now, without adequate security, he warned, the effectiveness of the initiative could be compromised. Now, let's still stay on the Interior Ministry, as the Minister has declared Monday, March 31 and Tuesday, April 1st, 2025 as public holidays. Now, this is in recognition of the Muslim festival of Eid al-Fitr. Now, President John Dramani Mahama had earlier announced that an extra public holiday will be observed in honor of the Muslim celebration. In a statement signed by the Minister, Mohammed Muntaka Mubarak, on Saturday, March 22nd, 2025, the ministry explained that Eid al-Fitr, which falls on Sunday, March 30, is a statutory public holiday. However, in line with existing protocols and the interest of the general public, President John Dramani Mahama has issued an executive instrument under Section 2 of the Public Holidays and Commemorative Days Act at 601 to declare the following Monday and Tuesday as additional holidays. Now, this move fulfills the campaign promised by President John Dramani Mahama and acknowledges the vital contributions of the Muslim community to Ghana's national development. Now, let's walk you through the statement released by the ministry. And it says, the general public is hereby informed that Sunday, 31st March 2025, or Monday, 31st March 2025, marks Eid al-Fitr, which is a statutory public holiday. However, in view of the fact that 30th March 2025 falls on a Sunday, and in the interest of the public, His Excellency the President of the Republic has, by executive instrument, in accordance with Section 2 of the Public Holidays and Commemorative Days Act, Act 601, declared Monday, 31st March 2025 and Tuesday, 1st April 2025 as additional public holidays and should be observed as such throughout the country. And it was signed by the Minister for Interior, Muntaka Mohammed Mubarak. Away from that, let's visit the office of the Attorney General, as the Attorney General and Minister for Justice, Dr. Dominic Ayine, is expected to brief the media today, Monday, March 24, 2025, on ongoing investigations and actions taken up under the Operation Recover All initiative. This was disclosed by the Minister for Government Communications, Felix Kwame Sabah, in a social media post. Now, the briefing follows the submission of the Oral Committee's report to President Mahama in February 2025, detailing over 2,000 complaints of suspected corruption and corruption-related offences. In response, the president directed Dr. Ayini to launch immediate investigations, emphasizing that Ghana will no longer be a safe haven for corruption. Now, as the Attorney General outlines the actions and the processes that have been taken so far with regards to the complaints received from the Operation Recover All Loot Initiative, commonly known as ORA, which he will be briefing the media and the public today. We want to hear from you what your expectations are. Join us with your thoughts and comments. And as always, don't forget to use the hashtag the AM Club. Away from that, the Ghana's Vice President, Professor Jacquelyn Oforiwaa-Amanfo, has described the inauguration of Namibia's first female president, Her Excellency Netumbo Nandi-Ndaitwah, as a powerful reflection of the resilience and determination of African women. In a message shared on her official Facebook and X page on Saturday, March 22nd, 2025, Professor Oforiwaa-Amanfo said she was honored to witness what she called a historic moment for the continent. Now, Professor Jacquelyn Oforiwaa-Amanfo was in Namibia as part of Ghana's delegation to the swearing-in ceremony of President Nandi-Ndaitwah. Now, the event held on March 21, 2025 also marked Namibia's 35th Independence Day. Now, President Nandi-Ndaitwah is a 72-year-old woman and a long-standing member of Namibia's ruling SWAPO party, and she assumes office following decades of public service. Her inauguration was attended by several African leaders, international dignitaries, and representatives of regional institutions. In her address as president, she touched on issues of governance, regional cooperation, economic diversification, youth unemployment, and climate change. Now let's walk you through the statement cited on the page of the Vice President of the Republic of Ghana, Her Excellency Jacquelyn Oforiwaa-Amanfo. Now she says, I was honored to witness a historic moment in Namibia as Her Excellency Netumbo Nandi-Ndaitwah was sworn in as the country's first female president. Her leadership is a testament to the strength, resilience, and determination of African women. May she continue to inspire men and women across the continent and prove that with courage and commitment, no dream is beyond reach. And she concluded by saying she wishes her a successful tenure. Now let's bring you some highlights from the swearing in of Namibia's first female president.
Please repeat after me. I, Netumbo
Nandi-Ndaitwah,
do hereby swear that I will strive to the best of my ability to uphold, protect, and defend as the supreme law the Constitution of the Republic of Namibia, and faithfully to obey, execute, administer the laws of the Republic of Namibia, that I will protect the independence, sovereignty, territorial integrity, and the material and spiritual resources of the Republic of Namibia, and that I will endeavor to the best of my ability to ensure justice for all the inhabitants of the Republic of Namibia. Please raise your right hand and state, "So help me God."
So help me God.
So help me God. That was another achievement in terms of women in leadership. Congratulations to Her Excellency Nandi-Ndaitwah, President of the Republic of Namibia, sworn in over the weekend. Vice President was there to also show support for her. Like she said, the Vice President said in Ghana that she is not only going to open the door, but she's going to open the door and hold it. Well, we hope that in Namibia too, this is another, encouragement for women in Namibia and across the country. But away from that, Be Tech Connected, a tech-driven social enterprise committed to bridging the gap between academia and industry through training and mentorship organized the Future of Work 2.0. Now, the gathering was to provide opportunities for gaining knowledge, insights, and education on the ways to bridge the gap between industry and academia. The event aimed to highlight the importance of the future of work and its connection to academia, particularly universities. Now, Akosua Osei, project lead for the Future of Work 2.0, emphasized that university students are often not adequately prepared for today's rapidly evolving job market, making it challenging for them to integrate into the workforce and global tech roles. Now, she spoke to MX24 News, where she underscored the importance of mindset shifts in goal setting. Take a listen.
There's a lot of challenges that comes with, getting opportunities on the global scale. But we believe that with transformative platforms like this, you get to connect with, people who are working in those spaces. You get to network, you get to have mentors that they could guide you and all that. So the main purpose of the event is to equip our young people with the skills, knowledge, and network to be able to excel on the global tech market. So 2.0, the truth is 2.0 is a 2-day event, but 1.0 was just 1-day event. So that speaks to the progress we've made as an organization. For 1.0, we didn't have things like the hackathon, we didn't have things like innovation stage, we didn't have things like product or service showcase. But for the 2.0, we actually have these new add-ons or additions, which are the product showcases. We have aside the normal keynote speeches, we have the micro feature talks. This is one segment that is very relevant to what we are doing, because we have industry players sharing the future of work in their industry. People like Darlington Akogo. Darlington is talking about AI because he's a big name in the AI space, and he's done a lot of notable works in that regard here. With a couple of panel discussions, we'd have workshops from 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. We'd have some product showcases. That's mainly for day one. Day two, we'd have the hackathon, have a couple of panel conversations. We'll have the micro feature talks. We'd also have a segment where Be Tech Connected. We'll be sharing how we are helping young people to position themselves on the global tech market.
Now, another speaker at the event spoke to MX24 News. Here's his submission.
Basically, conversations are very important. I believe our society do not allow dialogue and conversation. This kind of event provides ample opportunity for especially students to know what are the steps that they need to take to be able to fit from classroom to boardroom. Talking about becoming a problem solver, being very adaptive, being creative, and being very, very analytical and curious. Because the world is moving towards where your talent is not just where you are. It's a global opportunity. You can be in Ghana and working with global companies, but you need certain key characteristics. You need to be disciplined. You need to have the skill that is demonstrable to be able to solve problems. So this kind of platforms, events like Tech Connect, Be Tech Connect between academia and industry, provide young people to know, I'm actually not alone. If I do ABC, I can actually ambition and have a dream to work in Google or become a founder that build my own startup using technology as a tool to build. You are young today, it doesn't mean that you are going to be young tomorrow. Aging is automatic. Responsibility is maturity. So as a young person today, you ask yourself, what am I seeing myself in 5 years? What am I seeing myself to contribute to the world that I find myself today? We are born in a world where today you have almost everything connected on the internet. And so your kind of perspective and mindset should be broader.
The voice you just heard is that of Eric Annan, one of the speakers at the second edition of the Future of Work. Earlier, you heard that of the project lead for the Future of Work 2.0, Madame Osei, speaking about the rationale behind organizing it and what she and the team aimed at Be Tech Connected aim to achieve with the organization of this event. For more details of this, visit MX24GH on all social media platforms. And don't forget mx24.app/voting voices, or download the MX24 app for updates with regards to the second edition of My Future of Work. Away from the lesson, our focus to international waters, where Tunisian President Kais Saied has sacked Prime Minister Kamel Madouri less than a year after his appointment aimed at faltering economy and a growing number of migrants arriving from countries in sub-Saharan Africa. Now, Madouri was replaced by Sarah Zafara, Zafarani, who is an engineer and has been Minister of Equipment and Housing since 2021. Now, she is Tunisia's third prime minister in less than 2 years. In recent months, the president of Tunisia, Said, has sharply criticized the performance of ministers, saying that many have not met the required standards and expectations of the Tunisian people as they are high. Now, last month, he sacked Finance Minister Sahim Boudoui. In a broadcast meeting on the presidency's Facebook page, Said called Zafarani to further coordinate government action and overcome obstacles to meet the expectations of the Tunisian people. Now, Tunisians have complained about the deteriorating public services from health to transport and utilities. The economic growth has not exceeded 1.4% in the past year, and the North African country's public finances faces a severe crisis that has led to the shortage of key commodities, including sugar, rice, and coffee. As always, we will keep our eyes keenly on whatever is happening there, bring you updates with regards to the changes that would occur with regards to the new Prime Minister taking office after the sacking of the Prime Minister by the President of Tunisia. Well, it's quite interesting that a lot of countries are beginning to reset, and we know here in Ghana, President John Dramani Mahama has given a stern warning, for lack of a better expression, to all government appointees, stating that, you know what, if you do not meet the standards, if you do not meet the research agenda, we are going to, kick you out of office. It's interesting to note. I'm just praying a lot of countries will begin to do it. Then once and for Africa will become great again. And yeah. But that's all for the morning news on the AM Club. My name is Adam Kobe. Remember, there's more news when you download the MX24 app or visit mx24.com. There's a lot of work going on our website. Or for tech-savvy people, you can also visit our social media pages, MX24 News on Instagram, MX24GH on all social media platforms, where you get the latest news and updates, especially as the Attorney General takes the media through the processes that have, gone on the back of the submission of the oral report. We know some 2,000 complaints were filed. Where have they gone to? The big question a lot of people are asking. Well, join us later in the day as we bring you updates with regards to the Attorney General's press briefing. But guys, enjoy the rest of the show.
Thank you very much. And that was Kobe Adam with the news. Now we move straight to some sports right after this.
Visit www.mx24online.com for news, exclusive behind-the-scenes videos, up-to-the-minute sports updates, and the latest broken pen stories now. Experience more of MX24 Online. Visit mx24online.com today. MX24. Fun, fearless, and factual.
Good morning, welcome to Monday morning right here on the AM Club, and it's time for sports. My name is Sedina Medmond. We held on by Betway. Betway bringing you way more chances to win each and every time. This time is all about the Bet Saver, which is a special feature
on www.betway.com.gh. BetSaver was used by a lot of guys on Friday to save their bets after they bitterly staked against the Black Stars. Don't fall in such category. Log on to www.betway.com.gh and start playing responsibly. Today, regulated by the Gaming Commission of Ghana. With Betway, you're guaranteed to always get way more. Bonjour, 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 madame, monsieur. Comment ça va?
How you doing?
Moi, c'est bon.
Let's get into our stories then.
Moi, c'est bon.
Yeah, me is good.
Hey, we don't learn in this country. Eh? What happened with Vision FC?
Yeah, they were boxing someone in the corner.
Okay. All right. Where were you when we scored 5?
I was in Osu.
Yes. Now you're there.
Name me stadium. Name me coffee.
Who coach your ball?
So you don't trust me. That's the problem.
Who coach your ball? Now I'm first. Said
the me call me. Say me know what I told you.
But me
yes. This is what I was looking for.
But exactly. So we came the way we had, because we're not supposed to be seen in public together, because that's the plan.
You and the person?
Yes. No, we came the way we are supposed to come, and we left before anybody could tell we're there. So
no, but he will not leave before the end of the day.
Who told you he will not leave? Who told you he will not leave?
Okay.
Hey.
You know the person?
Yeah.
Who told you he will not leave?
Oh, wow.
But did you see him?
No, I didn't.
Did you not tell me that he can never miss a game?
Yeah, I told you.
So so you knew he was here for the game?
Oh yeah, he was there.
Exactly, but did you see him?
No, I didn't.
Did you see any camera capture him?
No.
But
I have a fair idea of where he will sit.
Did you see him sit there?
I had a lot. No, I had a lot on my plate to capture. That is why.
He was not seated there.
No, not where he will be. If it is where I think
he was not seated where he's supposed to sit.
Yeah, that would have been very close to where I am.
Exactly.
So he was not there.
So exactly. Meaning I don't know why this way you're arguing with me.
Now what have I done?
So we left to.
Please, can I get a ticket to go to Madagascar? Maybe. Oh no, Morocco, right? Yeah, Morocco. Yeah,
that's 5 hours away.
No problem. I mean, we could get there. We could get there before the match. What time is the match again?
7 p.m.
Would it be 7 p.m. there?
No, Ghana time 7 p.m.
Okay. All right. Okay.
It was a good game. And by the time.
Hey, good game. Let's get into the stories. I don't know why he's looking at me that way, though.
No, why you are making those faces is what is disgusting me this morning. But just go ahead and do your stories.
And then let's go ahead and do the stories. Ghana's Black Stars head coach, yes, he's in high spirits, Otto Addo. He believes that the players must be fully concentrated going into that game against Madagascar in their World Cup qualifier. Ghana currently sits top of Group I in the qualifying standings with 12 points, and they look to build up with that particular win they got over Chad over the weekend. Coach Otto Addo has been saying a lot of things regarding this particular game, saying that it's one step at a time and it's not time to start seeing the Black Stars in United States.
The most important thing is to believe in our own strengths, to be confident, and then, like you said, I think it was a good victory for us in a difficult time, and now we have to build up from this. And no matter who we play against, we know that we have the strength to beat everyone, but we know football is not like simple mathematics. You can be better, you can have more chances, but still not win. So we need to be really, really focused. Nobody should take it easy. Nobody should start thinking already about the World Cup, because we need to take it step by step. It's very, very important that we stay focused until we've made the job. And now it's the whole focus about Madagascar. And we really, really want to win this match. We want to have a clean sheet. And this is what we're looking for. I know everybody's excited. Everybody was happy about our last win. But we still have a long way to go, and we need everyone to be on their toes. We don't need 98%, we don't 99%, we need 100%. This is like a small final. And if we win this game, then we're really going towards to qualify, but it's going to be very, very tough. We observed the Madagascar team, and they have done really well, especially in the last game. So they're in good form, and it's going to be a tough game.
Anyways, it's going to be a tough game inside Morocco. We're wishing the Black Stars the best of luck, but still staying with the Black Stars, former skipper of the side who traveled with the team from Accra, that is Asamoah Gyan. He has had some motivating words to share with the lads ahead of this crucial encounter. Well, Asamoah Gyan is with the team together with the likes of Dr. Randy Abe, who is leading the squad, together with Stephen Tonado Apia. We hope that they get the much-needed results. And the game is at 7 p.m. today. It's Ghana versus Madagascar. One might be wondering, why is Madagascar playing in Morocco? That should just be really simple. That means that Madagascar has not gotten the FIFA certified, pitch. So Ghana is lucky in that step. But let's take a listen to Asamoah Gyan. Baby Jet Asamoah Gyan having some Azago words for the lads in Morocco. Wish them all the best of luck. The game is at 7 p.m. today. Now let's switch our attention and get into Miami and do some bit of tennis as Novak Djokovic. He has hit another historical height, winning his 411th 1,000. Miami Open, sorry. Normally, in recent times, we see him always injured when it comes to crucial times. But we'll see how it goes. Still saying stateside, let's do some NBA. As Trae Young, he scored 28 points with 12 assists. Zachariah also scored 22 points. And the Atlanta Hawks went ahead to beat the 76ers. Hawks. But in other interesting games, despite the fact that LeBron James returned to the court, yes, his team, the Lakers, were beaten and humbled over the weekend. A lot happening, and your man, yes, Jay's favorite shooter of the ball, that's Steph Curry. He's also been sidelined for some time. He needs some rest. So it's all happening in the NBA, thick and fast. We're getting into the play-in season. Yes, so from the play-in, some teams would then qualify to make it into the playoffs. Off-season in the NBA promises to be fantastic. We've got more highlights from the world of sports, especially also from the Ghana Premier League. Yes, so the GFA has some little dance currently going on with in Swatreman. We'll bring you all the very latest from that particular story much later in the day at 4 p.m. My name is Sedina Edmund. This has been Sports on the M Club. We were held down by Betway. Log on to www.betway.com.gh. Use the BetSaver app and enjoy some goodies also on the site. Regulated by the Gaming Commission of Ghana. With Betway, you guaranteed that you always get way more. 7 p.m. guys, make a date. The Black Stars are in action.
But you know my all-time favorite baller, right? It's not Steph.
No, but he's your all-time shooter.
Yeah, I'll take it that way. Yeah. But my all-time baller.
Kobe Bryant.
No.
Okay.
That's for Mr. Mensah.
Okay.
Mine is Iverson.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Iverson, the cross master.
that guy. No, man, that guy.
Cross master.
Well, I'll leave it as such. Anyways, all right. Well, thank you very much for coming in with the very best of sports. Today, we're rallying behind the Black Stars, but with some African prints. How about that?
Right after the show, we're going to wear. I'm going to wear my Black Star jersey.
So, what are your predictions? We scored Chad 5. This one. Ghana 2.
Ghana 2.
Madagascar 0.
0-0.
Okay, all right.
We'll catch up with all the fun, the breaking news stories, sports and business insight on mx24online.com. It's now time for entertainment and showbiz right after this.
Visit www.mx24online.com for news, exclusive behind-the-scenes videos, up-to-the-minute sports updates, and the latest broken pen stories now. Experience more of MX24 Online. Visit mx24online.com today. MX24. Fun, fearless, and factual.
Good morning, everybody. I didn't know that I was very important in some people's lives because I just got here and everybody's smiling. Look at me, look at JKD. I didn't know.
Oh, you're looking fine. Just if you want us to tell you, we will tell you. Yeah,
looking very greenish.
You're looking fine. But I like what everybody's doing. I mean, today it's really an African day. So right from here, please go and fetch Kobe and bring him back down here. We'll all take a picture. As an African prince, yes. I love your African prince.
I thought you were going to say that we should bring Kobe so we go for breakfast.
Oh, so yes, after taking a picture, then everybody will go for breakfast.
Everybody will go for breakfast.
Everybody will go for their breakfast.
No, everybody will go for breakfast. Relax.
You think it's a breakfast?
Everybody will go on their breakfast. So if
you only want croissant.
No, if you didn't bring your breakfast there, then it's up to you. It's your problem.
Welcome to Entertainment News, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Adjoa from Poma. Good morning, good morning. I hope you're doing well today.
Beautiful.
Did you go for the birthday party?
Eh.
You weren't invited.
Is it rack?
It's a
invitation.
Oh, but
would that be all?
And you.
You are not part of creme de la creme.
You put your bread.
We are bread de la bread. Pie de la pie.
Pie. This is not Miss Pie, just pie.
Pie.
The one,
air pie.
The yogurt pie de la pie. Hey, and you.
Oh.
And because some people I saw them and I'm like,
Hey, I'm telling you.
You know rack?
No.
Or rack.
Oh wow.
Hey, you have friends who make friends with the rich, so you shall be rich. Because you see that I have over the weekend. Yeah, I'm sure as that. But wait, I heard he owns Links Entertainment, and that's what is
Tygon and the rest. I was shocked.
When did Richie lose the right to that? And I intro.
Maybe it's investment.
Maybe he's an investor.
Maybe he's an investor.
You get it.
I want to let people. I heard someone say this, and I was very disappointed at who said it.
Okay.
We have investors who are shareholders, and no investor, unless of course the person is doing a charity project, will not buy shares of a company. So if you're trying to say that he's an investor, is he a shareholder? And I say, or discarding teacher boys, no one starts a business, no one business, and he can never own these companies if he's not a shareholder of these companies. So maybe, just maybe, if it is true that some of these companies that we saw that we didn't know that he was affiliated to are businesses under him, then he is a shareholder of these companies, and that makes him technically an owner.
Yeah.
So
Beggar King for hey.
Person maybe I was so disappointed. Anyway, let's get into it.
All right, definitely. Today, the category we're looking at today is best hip hop and best rap song, and I'm confused as to why there are two different categories. Best hip hop, best rap song.
Yes.
Best hip hop, best rap song. But isn't rap is
what
yes,
did you have done? I will say it after.
So best rap performance, we have Eno Baroni, No Manuel Kweku Smoke, Holy Ghost, Chame Kwame No Competition, Sarkodie Bragg, Lyrical Joe 5th August 8th, and Flokin Stone King is back. Which one did you hear?
Hey. Bragg.
What's a brag?
Yeah,
Martin no competition, Martin Bragg.
Yeah,
I've not heard the rest, so probably
no competition for me.
No competition for you?
Bragg was okay.
It was it
didn't do the magic I wanted it to do. But it was okay. It was all right.
It was okay. Moving on to best hip hop. Best hip hop. Best hip hop. Okay, so best hip life and hip hop artists. We have Amrado, B Straps, KOTM, Kweku Smoke, Black Sherif, Kim Paluta, Sarkodie, and Medical. I asked myself, why do they join best hip hop and best hip life together? Are they not two different?
Because they are not pure hip hop artists. They are not. They are high life and hip hop artists. Because we don't have
like hip hop.
Not a blown. Maybe we have, but a blown hip hop artist in Ghana.
EL started doing it. Didn't work.
Did you see where he ended up?
Yeah. All of them.
EL was back. Where is he?
He's back, right?
Yeah.
And he's doing.
Oh, he's waiting to do back on stage.
Yeah.
It's hard to support them now because I don't see. Maybe because I don't follow him. I'm going to find out what he's up to because I saw he was back and I was excited because I remember 2016 he was my crush.
Who?
So I'm going to find.
Mine was Joey B. I remember I messaged him in 2014.
You brief. You brief.
I messaged you and I have no shit. I messaged him in 2014. I said hi. Do you want to go out? I asked Joey B. Yes.
I hope he didn't mind you.
He didn't. Oh, he
I'm
didn't
glad.
mind.
Let's move on.
He didn't mind me in faith, but don't worry. Okay, we're moving on to our next story. Now, over the weekend, since I couldn't go for Rack 40, I was still privileged.
Wait, Rack, so the N is silent?
Rack.
Okay, yeah. I thought you were Indian. So that would be you.
So I can pronounce it
that would be very easy for you.
Don't worry, we'll do that. We'll do that. See, I'm still excited because Ekra, someone invited me somewhere. I was invited somewhere. I went for Samplers event. I like it because I went to sample things. I went to sample fufu. I went to sample all of it.
Sampled fufu.
I went to sample fufu, sampled popcorn. They say Ghana rice. We sampled or we took some home. Yes, and in fact,
how did you get to take some home?
I'm just excited that I was the one who went for this event, the Samplers event. Exactly. So the Samplers event happened on Saturday, March 22nd at the Accra Tourist Information Center, bringing together various vendors to showcase their products. The event proved to be a resounding success, with participants reporting impressive sales. The markets provided a unique opportunity for vendors to connect with customers and promote their goods, fostering a vibrant and thriving local business community. Let's take a look.
Yes, the both speak is saying hi and bye. Yes.
Okay, Mimi, I know you're a scent fanatic, right? There's this particular scent that had Moms in a nice stand. In fact, we were just hugging each other. You smell me, I smell you. You smell me, I smell you. Because tell me why they gave me samples. And the woman told me that this particular oil, if you use it, your boyfriend will propose. So the day I'm going to see Bay, I'll use it. And I'll bring my ring along so that just in case he doesn't have one, I'll just give him. This is put one in his hand. In fact, that's what I'm wearing now. So if you can smell me, yes, so don't fall in love with me. Jackie, I might stay away from me.
Wait, Jackie, he doesn't even want side chick, second wife. His wife is enough.
I'm telling you. But I had an amazing time. This is our rack 40 that happened at the Accra Tourist Information Center. Okay, we're moving on to the last story, and we have Kim Promise. Now, Kim Promise took the opportunity to announce that he's Artiste of the Year on Saturday when he was performing at the party. Yes, he's speaking into existence, and I like it. What's today? Oh, yeah.
Last year, Artiste of the Year.
No, but this year is between his. See, the thing is, if he doesn't take it this year and Kim Palisa takes it, he should still, because the Kim is part of the name.
But so this year, my heart will break style VIV if Kim Promise doesn't win Artist of the Year. Hey, I don't know what I would do. I don't know.
But you said you were a Palutarian.
Me, I'm a Palutarian, but Paluta the year man another year.
So Paluta shouldn't win this year?
No.
So if he wins this year, what will happen?
I'll be so grateful.
We'll be happy, excited.
But y'all know that, Promise, please.
Well, let's see what Prophet Kim Promise had to say. So Ghanaian musician Kim Promise has expressed confidence in winning the Artist of the Year award at the 26th Telecel Ghana Music Awards, stating, "I'm your incoming Artist of the Year." He believed his hard work in the year under review makes him deserving of the award. Asserting, "No one has worked harder than I," Kim Promise is nominated alongside Black Sharif, Kim Paluta, and others, and is hoping to claim the top prize after losing out to Stonebwoy last year. Yeah, so that is what Kim Promise had to tell us. And so I like it. I like the fact that he's speaking into existence. And when it happens, you say, "Man can't tremor." Man can't tremor.
What?
What did you
I
say?
just thought out loud.
Oh no, but it has to happen for him. It has to happen for me. We're wishing him nothing but the best. Fingers crossed. Mimi, that day when they're about to announce it, hold my hands. JKD, you hold my hands here. There will be.
I remember last year I was sitting on the same row as Stonebwoy and his wife, and he went up. No, when they announced him, I acted disappointed, and she came to look at me. You know, Lisa is my buddy. I was like, "Oh my God!" And then she looked at me. I was like, "Oh, Mimi,
Oh, we
hate her." And then the Sarkodie squad, that's QB's, Angel, and all the guys just went out. I was so broken last year.
Who are you expecting to win? Kim Promise?
Kim Promise.
Yeah.
I was expecting Kim Promise. Again, because I feel like Charlie Stonebwoy can do without that award.
You see, am I the only one that
they need that award? No, be Stonebwoy. You know. And again, I would say this: even after winning the Artist of the Year, we haven't seen any significant, thing the award has done for him that he hasn't done for himself. Do you get what I mean? Like all the things that Stonebwoy has done is something Stonebwoy can do. All the big collaborations, all the big concerts.
Because he's won before. And
it's something he can do.
Yeah.
That's the award.
The times that the awards used to assert him was when he started winning. Now it's time for someone else to, be asserted.
I did not.
Then one day, in fact, if Kim Promise wins this one, he'll be like, "Ladies and gentlemen, welcome your award-winning Artist of the Year, Kim Promise." You know that one day he can big him up, because he's done really, really well.
I think this year should go.
I don't know, but I disagree with Mimi.
Negativity.
Oh, this is not negativity. No, I disagree with Mimi in the fact
about the award.
About Stonebwoy not. I mean, like.
The award not adding anything.
Tell me where he has stood.
No. Do you know why I disagree with you? I disagree with you because on here award now. In the first place, we've realized that some artists have decided not to even file in the first place. You get it? People were shocked when Dope Nation wasn't even in Group of the Year this year. They've been asked, we've seen that they've responded and said that, well, the scheme itself, they have a problem with it. So they are not going to file. You get me? So if somebody, I feel like, ono say on here, and KBA ono crampo on filing po. And if the board decides to even bring him in there, because sometimes you might not file, but the board might decide that, oh yeah, you deserve this category. So they'll come in together.
That?
And yeah, they do that.
I didn't know that.
No, they do that. Because you can file, and then you would be nominated for that. You get it. And also, you can decide not to even file,
and they'll
but
add
the board would say that, oh,
you deserve it.
Yeah, I mean, you deserve this
That's
category.
Not fair.
You get it. So if they even actually come in there and then you get to say that, oh, nah, Charlie, you don't want to even be part of the scheme itself, then that's fair enough.
That's fair.
But anybody who is filed and feels like, oh, yeah, I deserve to be there, then just
So this your disagreement. You didn't hear me. I said, Stonebwoy might think that he needed Artist of the Year. But everything he has done after that award is something he's known for already. He can do all these big collaborations. And yeah, and it's about artists. The artists who have won Artist of the Year, that you realize that
tell me what it would have done for Kim Promise.
Oh, so Kim Promise, however, is for lack of a better expression, is a young and underdog in this context in code. no, Papa, but don't exaggerate this thing. I'm saying that he has struggled through, like he has gone in that category for so many years, and he has even worked to back this up. But he still, and sometimes, you know, he has even addressed this issue before as people calling him underground artist, and he didn't like that. Because he is one of those artists like Paluta. You call Paluta an underdog, he might feel like, okay, yeah, I've been here for years. People didn't know me, but I have done this work for years. It does not mean that you get the recognition because you've been here for all these years. King Promise has been here for all these years. He hasn't received the accolades that we Ghanaians think that for all the works that he has done, that he deserves to be acknowledged. So acknowledgement. So artists of the year would have beefed him up.
This will crown.
This would have beefed him up a little bit. You know, the artists that need that kind of recognition wasn't Stonebwoy. The artists that need that kind of exposure isn't Stonebwoy. Imagine that Kim Promise won the artist of the year. Everybody knows it's Bebreo. But once Stonebwoy when he Sato, he's moved on, he's doing all these things. I'm saying
like nothing ever happened.
Like nothing ever happened. He didn't exactly need that award. Again, he's one of the
does need that award.
That is my opinion.
Okay.
He does need the award.
He didn't need it, in my opinion.
All
right.
Order in court. Order in court.
Order in what court?
Order in court. Don't worry. We'll discuss more about it.
Please.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is what we have for you today on the Entertainment News segment. My name is Ajwa from Poma. I'll come your way same time tomorrow. Over to you guys.
Thank you so much, Ajwa from Poma, for coming through. Really appreciate that. Now let's move on to other things. In today's dynamic business environment, a robust workforce is pivotal to achieving success. This is why we have thoughtfully designed our corporate health insurance plans to empower your employees and bolster your organization's performance. With Equity Health Insurance, your investment transcends ordinary insurance. It represents a commitment to the future of your company. Our health plans are individually tailored to accommodate the unique needs of your employees, offering comprehensive coverage and exceptional benefits. Our support goes beyond administrative tasks and premiums. At Equity Health Insurance, we are dedicated to standing by your side throughout the entire journey. Please feel free to reach out to us on 050-1515-124 or 0539-135-073 so that we can further enhance the level of service we provide to you. Equity Health Insurance, we are always here for you.
Good news from Telecel. Are you looking for the best value data and voice offers that are tailored to your unique needs? At Telecel, we understand everyone has their own preference. That's why we have the unbeatable Made-for-Me bundles made just for you. The Made-for-Me bundles are affordable, customized data and voice packages personalized for you. Simply dial *530# or download the Telecel Play app, to subscribe to your special Made-for-Me bundle. Telecel, connecting energies. Well, that's about it for Coffee Dailies, brought to you kind courtesy Carbell Coffee. Carbell Coffee says they're with you every moment. Well, up next, let's get into the news review after this.
Visit www.mx24online.com for news, exclusive behind-the-scenes videos, up-to-the-minute sports updates, and the latest broken pen stories now. Experience more of MX24 Online. Visit mx24online.com today. MX24. Fun, fearless, and factual.
Every day is packed with its own surprises. You never know which thrill is around the corner. Feel good. Feel good. Or how it will play out. There's a sense of excitement.
Did our plane just stop? Another cash out.
That adds a little magic to my everyday.
Feels like a party tonight.
Michael has been exceptional, surpassed all his targets. Let's hear from this year's Staff of the Year.
This wouldn't be possible without a strong relationship. You've been with me through university. All those days of studying together just to ace those tests, which we did, by the way. And those days of the side hustles. You were there. All of these have prepared me for this moment. Cowbell Coffee has been there with me every single step of the way.
For the big days and the seemingly ordinary, creamy cowbell coffee is with you every moment.
This advert is FDA approved.
This week on The Dish.
We're talking about the fact that we need to be self-aware. And self-awareness is something that is very personal to me as a person. Because one thing I struggled with, it was with my skin color. Growing up, I felt like I would be very beautiful if I was light-skinned.
Imaya, bro.
Yeah.
We tire. Like she said, every person walking the face of this earth was birthed by a woman. That is not something that people... That is something that people take lightly. It's not light. Considering now there's also the demand to, for want of a better phrase, be corporate and be domestic at the same time. It's your bread. So I can understand why when you come in with your team and somebody is acting or showing up wrong, you'd want to prompt them by first trying to find out what the issue is. I think over time, systematically, we've been taught. And some of these thoughts, projections, and whatnot, it's progressive.
The Dish is presented by Epiglow.
Welcome to a brand new season of VIP Access. That's what we're talking about. VIP Access Podcast is back in 2024 with a brand new season. It's bigger and badder. From Australia, Nigeria, South Africa, Uganda, Rwanda, and Kenya. Season 4 of VIP Access Podcast will once again present you with a cross-section of Africa's brightest music stars and industry gurus, sharing with you tips and tricks to making it in the game. VIP Access will also highlight East Africa's rising artists in hip-hop, Afro house, classical music, Afro-pop, and jazz music genres. Brace yourself for an exciting new season that will spotlight the expansion of African music while exploring the role of women in the music industry.
We are walking superheroes, and we sometimes we don't even see it in ourselves.
VIP Access Season 4 is proudly supported by the Australian High Commission.
To the world of fashion, where creativity meets innovation and beauty goes hand in hand with style. On Fashion Wednesday, we delve into the journeys of influential voices in the fashion and beauty industries here in Ghana. From emerging designers to seasoned professionals, we explore their stories, their crafts, and vision for fashion's future. Get the inside scoop on the latest trends, expert styling tips, and beauty hacks to elevate your look. Join me every week as we celebrate the art, the passion, and the people behind the scenes who make fashion more than what we just wear. This is Fashion Wednesday, where fashion comes to life. Catch Fashion Wednesday every Wednesday at 6:30 p.m. on MX24 TV.
Drama, betrayal, faith, forbidden love. What would you do when life writes a chapter you didn't ask for? Every broken pen has a story to tell. Every story has a lesson to learn. But the question is, how do you fix it? The Broken Pen Show is back. Real stories, raw truths, and maybe, just maybe, the answers you've been looking for. Hi, ladies. Hi. Your story isn't over. Let's fix it together with a cold glass of Nax cocktail. Catch the Broken Pen Show every Thursday at 8 p.m. only on MX24 TV. My name is Yabita and I am your host. Cheers.
I want to find out one thing. What happened with you and Kuti?
One day Kuti calls me and says, bro, I want to do my solo album. Ghana, if somebody go, blah, blah, even for the media space right now, go talk your mind right now, they go talk to they go blacklist you. Event organizers, they go, then boom, balance one.
Honestly, was a part of our group. One of the times we feature on 9,010 laughs. Fluid. So I called him, so speak to my manager. Where?
Patience is a virtue that carries a lot of weight.
Yeah.
Always know that you live to fight another day.
I feel say we musicians, one thing we like do, we know how to create. Yeah. But the business part, we know the add them to whatever we do.
Me right now, as I stand here, everything is about marketing. If I do
the people I was looking up to, these two boys called famous people. Their work looked like they had like they were like 17 people or 20 people.
The legend.
KNIILANTE.
It's a decision.
That love me.
Amazing.
On the show, I am John Shumay.
Get into that. I'm excited to be here with my guests. They're seated, ready for the conversation, okay? But before we get into that, at Equity Health Insurance, the well-being of our members takes precedence. We recognize the unique healthcare needs of individuals and families, which is why we are delighted to present our Ebusia Health Plan. This health plan is crafted to promote the enduring health and happiness of you and your loved ones. Our plans are meticulously tailored to offer comprehensive and competitive health insurance coverage for individuals and families, of course, smaller groups as well. Access is just a phone call away, offering continual assurance of your family's welfare. Contact us today on 0546 645 465 or 0503 860381. Equity Health Insurance, we say always here for you. Now, with it, Jibu Water staying refreshed has never been easier. Jibu Water provides clean, healthy water you can trust as your go-to source for drinking and cooking. With options of our innovative 2-liter bottles that come with a tap and 18.9-liter bottles, your dispensers will have a breath of new life, as our clean and hygienic Jibu water flows through them for your consumption. Whether you need a cool drink to quench your thirst or fresh cooking water to make your meal taste its best, Jibu water is the answer to your clean water needs. Order for your clean water now by calling us on 020-984-5817 or visit our website at www.jibuco.com/gh for more information about our brand. Jibu Water, a better life. Now, today we get into big conversations, right? Joining me this morning, Ibrahim Gomna, NPP Communications Team member, Philip Kwame Sabah, NDC Communications Team member, and Moses Desire Kouyo, flag bearer, National Progressive Alliance broadcast. He's also a broadcast journalist. Now we're going to talk about his political party, okay? We're going to talk about that. You people don't get too excited because it's about school, okay? Over the weekend, I saw one of my colleagues online, that is Adam, and I said, I didn't know that my member of MX24 is a flag bearer of any political party. But I like what you guys are doing. It's really exciting and also very eye-opening for a lot of people who don't know what I'm talking about. Your school is now Unimark, eh? Yeah, Unimark. Absolutely. And the courses you guys are offering is
political communication.
Political communications. And they all have designed their own political parties. He's going to tell us all about that. I think it's really exciting to watch for every young person who wants to be a politician, time in life. I think there's a course everybody should actually take. It gives you that exposure.
All right.
I have my very good friend. How are you?
I'm good.
How did you come with a black shirt? You're the only person I pick on the show.
Yeah. It's a good time for Black Stars and for the whole of Ghana.
Yeah?
You know, Proverbs 29 verse 2. When the righteous rule, the people rejoice. Things get better. So President John Dramani Mahama, the righteous person, is ruling. And you see Ghana for the first time in many years scoring 5 goals. And
I just knew we're getting to that. I really knew we're getting to that. But yeah.
And they are playing today, so this is a form of support for them.
Absolutely.
And of course, since the President, John Dramani Mahama, the nation builder, is there, we are resetting everything, and Black Stars are actually resetting.
Hey,
you know
brother,
that.
You're welcome. Thank you. You're welcome. Because there's nothing we will not hear on this show when this gentleman comes here. But today, the Attorney General addresses the media regarding some of the happenings in the some people are not too excited about. Others, like myself, are saying that, listen, how are we doing things that we claim are the right things to do, but then when we're done doing them, we come and apologize? Because we've so far seen 2 apologies regarding the 2 ratings that we've seen so far. And so again, people are asking questions. So it's become necessary for him to speak. Let's start with you, Moses. What are your expectations from the Attorney General today as he addresses the media?
Thank you very much. Good morning to our cherished listeners and viewers. I think the last time I was on this show, clearly we had a conversation about the approach and the modus operandi by the Attorney General's office. And I think one of the recommendations we stipulated was that regular press briefings should be conducted so that Ghanaians have a full understanding of the actions that they are taking. So I think it's in the right order. The raids, in as much as we have been clamoring for a clampdown on corruption and corruption-related activities, the manner in which the raids are being conducted leaves a lot to be desired. And I think it is very prudent that we understand the rationale, because we are trying to fight corruption, yes, but it should be done in a manner that is at least prudent. And raiding people's houses at midnight, we don't know whether there are warrants, people have the legal deputy to be doing all those things. We are unaware. And in as much as these people are alleged, till the claims against them and the allegations are proven, they deserve to be treated with the same level of fairness and equality and equity. And so I believe that from the press briefing today, we'll understand better why these actions were taken, and then we could further comment about whether they are right or wrong. Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to pass it to you then.
Okay, thank you very much, and let me say a very big good morning to you and your cherished viewers and listeners across the country. I think a few moments ago, we had conversation regarding the modus operandi of the Attorney General's Department and Ministry of Justice. It has become another issue of conversation, another issue of discussion. I continue to maintain that Ghana is a democratic country. And there is a very good reason many regard Ghana as one of the most democratic and the most peaceful countries in Africa. We should not, and we must not, get to that stage where we rely on revenge to behave as though we are being ruled by an autocratic leader. Why am I saying that? I'm saying this because I'm even happy the word being used in these circumstances is raid, okay? I've seen a few political fanatics of the NDC trying to change even they are trying to push the journalists and the media not to mention that it is a raid. But I'm happy that the media, everybody, every discerning mind and soul is regarding what is happening as raids. And these are very unfortunate times, okay? And I've seen a lot of them pull out some headlines of when police, I'm happy they are even pulling it, and the evidence is police that went into some houses in 2015. No, I mean 2017. That is the current Attorney General's house. He was the then deputy, former deputy, and then the current energy minister. He was the then deputy minister for power, kind of. Police went to their houses with court warrants that were very specific on the issues and the materials they were going in to search for. Look, today's raids that are being conducted by a man who, by all standards, who by all standards of our societal ethics, does not even have the moral right to get near what we call national security, never talking of becoming the operations director of the national security. I'm talking about Richard Jacquelyn. Richard Jacquelyn was relieved of his position at the military on grounds of misconduct. He was fingered into corruption and corruption-related activities and stood trial at the court and was only relieved some few months before the elections. This is the individual that is being put at the forefront of national security operations, and this is the man who enters the homes of established, distinguished individuals at the back of a court warrant that he is unwilling to even show it to the individual. In the case of Dr. Addison, according to Dr. Addison himself, through our minority leader, when they invaded his house or when they raided his house, they came claiming that they were holding a court order. And the man insisted, let me call in my lawyers, and he said no. They went ahead to deactivate his CCTV, and the media has captured that, took out the hard drive of the CCTV, and undertook operations in the house. These are very unfortunate times. And what is happening is very bad. I saw the Deputy Attorney General trying to justify it with grammar. I mean, I'm a legal student. He is a legal attorney. He's passed through the stages. He's operated and practiced law. And the statements I saw him, he started speaking grammar, English, with a law. He should be in the position to tell us what specific was the court warrant about. What was the specific thing? And why was the man in question, Dr. Addison, denied access to what the court warrant was all about? These are things we must not encourage. And I've seen several voices, several neutral voices, and several objective voices calling out the government to tone down on these things and let us rule the country, let us manage the country like the democratic country that was handed over to them. I mean, it's quite unfortunate what we are expecting. I am any day in support of any president, any government who is attempting to fight corruption and corruption-related activities. Because you know what? If we are able to fight corruption by only 20% in this country, we may not need to borrow money or even go for grant anywhere. So if anybody comes in and says, I want to fight corruption, why wouldn't we support? But you don't do it in a manner in which you end up, I mean, you are revenging something because you stood trial by a previous government, you have taken it upon yourself. Richard Jacquelyn is making John Mahama's goodwill that he has enjoyed from Ghana. He is destroying that goodwill. Mahama currently has a very good will. You can understand what that is. What happened on 7th December. The vote Ghanaians gave to him showed that there's a proper goodwill for him. In the past 3 months that he has been running the country, there is a proper goodwill to him. You media are a bit charitable on him because you are hastening and watching him. Everybody is being charitable on him. Even the opposition is being charitable on him because of the amount of goodwill. But one Richard Jacquelyn is destroying everything. And it will be better that the refined former president, who we all know might have learned some lessons in opposition, it's high time he sat down and tell him, hey, do the works as though we are in a democratic dispensation. And what is happening is quite unfortunate, and we must commit.
I think the last time we spoke about the finance minister's conversation, I did touch on the fact that Richard Jacquelyn being in this conversation, I wanted to be clear on what grounds they felt like he was, you know, the best person to. And I'm not saying that once someone stands trials, he's not good enough. I'm just saying that because of the fingers that have been pointed at him. And by the way, the track record of this gentleman isn't, you know, isn't one that you, and I'm trying to be careful with my words and the type of English I'll use this morning. You want to be careful as in letting him, and then so far, we've seen the outcome of all the actions he's been involved in. I think this is the time to make sure that the changes are made as soon as possible, so that the goodwill that is on the president is not taken away completely, because I think we're getting there. I think we're beginning to hear some negative narratives come up and we're not too excited. bring my very good friend. He was waiting. I deliberately decided to waste this time. Please go ahead.
So
today, Black Stars, will they win or not?
Oh, of course.
No winning.
Yeah, as long as President
Black Stars later. Talk about.
So good morning to viewers out there. Good morning to the Black Stars of Ghana. Good morning to the nation builder, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. And good morning to my boss, Honorable Bernard here for Jifagunu and Joyce Bauer and many other people. You see, I want to go straight to the point. My two friends spoke about the mode of operation of this the state institution, the modus operandi. Modus operandi does not necessarily mean that there is a pathway that you need to toe, and no matter how, that is where you have to go to. Your way of doing things could be different from how someone is doing the same thing. It must not be unlawful, though. Yeah, that is fine, but maybe he may not want to interject so that we can have a free flow. So, if the Attorney General, if the National Security feel that this is their mode of operation, we should allow them as long as it's in the ambit of law. You see, you can say that Richard Jakpa does not have the moral right or whatever social rights to head an institution, but that is just your feeling. It is in the interest of the leaders of our Ghana, which I'm not sure that any of us can compare our idea or knowledge about national issues and national security. The president, before becoming president, during the transition period, has been given many security briefings, and he has been doing all his appointments with security consultations. So if he feels that Richard Jakpa is the one that's supposed to lead that, even that he doesn't act of his own conviction, someone needs to command him or he takes order from someone. It's just like telling the Ochiami that you are not wise. If you are telling an Ochiami that you are not wise, you are indirectly telling the chief that you are stupid to choose an unwise Ochiami. So let's be clear.
It does not mean that an Ochiami cannot be unwise.
Of course, but when you go that way, you want to pick at the chief, but you want to take it through the Ochiami because you want to let the chief feel that way. And for you to come and sit here and say that Ghanaians have given the president some goodwill, they have been charitable, opposition has been charitable, media has been charitable, and all these things, I see it to be shallow. In the sense that
I think that's a very offensive word, in my opinion.
In your opinion, okay.
Because I think let me just correct that a little, because I agreed to it. So this is why I am saying that
you are not charitable to the president. Charitable in the sense that when you say you are charitable to the president, opposition and media is charitable. It's like you are doing the presidency or you are doing the president a favor.
That wasn't the intention.
No.
So that's how it sounds like. This is what I actually
so me too. That is where I pick offense. That's why I also pick offense from. The president, none of you is charitable. Let me finish my time.
No, let me just fix that. You have I'll give you no, please.
You are not charitable to the president. The president is doing the right thing, and that is what everyone is happy with.
So there have been
we are not charitable.
So between you and this particular raidings have also become one of the reasons why Ghanaians can't.
What is a raid?
So please let me land. So this one of the reasons Ghanaians can start criticizing the government. But most Ghanaians are saying that, and I was even telling someone yesterday that I was on a panel and I was telling them that, remember that they are 3 months in government. So just be easy on them. And I'm saying this because really and truly, within 3 months, you cannot say that certain things should be done immediately. So we're being kind enough not to start attacking.
No, you are not kind. The president is doing the right thing, and we are all supporting the president.
All right, okay.
There are a group of Ghanaians that I'm also privy to that are hailing the president and feel that it's taking even too much time prosecuting these people.
Okay.
So can you say that these people are not also kind to the president? They also feel that the president is taking too much time. It's 3 months already. These people should be behind bars. Akufo-Addo and his family should be behind bars. That's what they feel. So it is not that the president is not doing well. The president is enjoying whatever he's enjoying because he's doing the right thing.
Okay.
And we all agree that that's the right thing. If opposition feels that that's not the right thing, they can keep it. When they come to power in some 20, 30 years, they can bring whatever they are doing. You sit here saying that you want to support presidency fighting corruption. But this conversation or this advice, I think, came a bit too late. It should have been 5 years ago when William Akufo-Addo was misusing our funds and other things. They could have advised him adequately to do that. You see, when we say raid is not a demonic word as we want it to look this morning.
Oh, this morning? We are just borrowing words.
No, I'm privy to this one. So I've not been in any conversation.
You've not heard on social media.
People say,
on the
and I'm not there, but this morning we are making raid looks like a very demonic word, which must not be so.
Okay.
Raid is just an invasion.
Just an invasion?
Evasion.
If someone is invasive, that's okay?
for security reasons, for security matters. There is something in your possession that we need to come to take. We don't need to pamper you and say, we are coming, are you ready?
Did they find what they were looking for?
They did. Oh, yes. We can't tell you.
But that's not what we have.
You see, the way...
That's not what we have.
There is one thing we need to know. That the way national security operates, it's different from... You see, you don't need you don't need a normal and you don't need to be in a human state or add a human face match to national security issues.
Okay.
This is someone that has a back camera, a CCTV camera, monitoring movement of money from vaults, movements in banks.
Please.
Can I
Don't be misled. Don't be misled.
I don't want you to interject. I don't want you to interject. I don't want you to interject. But I'm not going to allow you to do it. So please listen to me. I beg you, a nice gentleman, don't do that.
This is by telling him what I can do.
I'm telling you, this one is my friend. He's not a very nice gentleman.
So you see, this is someone who has a back camera. Upon intelligence has been picked that he has a back camera.
And who gives us this information?
Hold on. We will get there.
Okay.
There's an intelligence that is picked that he's monitoring movements of money from BOG, not any financial company or any susu company, Bank of Ghana, who is monitoring all these things at the comfort of his home and directing. Then when he sees movement, then he calls people to say, who is that? What is happening? So they've picked that intelligence. Now that is one. The same person has been involved in many scandals, as in money getting missing and all those things. And they even tipped off that there are a bunch of money, how do you call it?
In the vault.
No, not in the vault. Okay. In his house, he has many carriers of this money. When you go to Bank of Ghana, they have this basket that they have money.
Did they find it?
They found those baskets empty. They found empty baskets in the house. They found that. So, and we saw all that. You see, so these are intelligence that is picked. When we pick an intelligence that your phone that is missing is lying in this guy's house, do we need to tell him that we are coming? National Security will call this man, tell him that, please, we are coming to look for Miran's phone. Be home, prepare yourself, we are coming to look for you. They invade the house. They go there and go and look and search. So the word is search. National Security went there to search the house. Okay. And when they searched the house, they got what they wanted to see. So when you saw the pictures that were out there, you saw the CCTV cameras and many other things that were dismantled. You see, Ernest Addison, BOG governor, is a fine person. In all sense of it, aside the things that he has done at BOG, he's a fine person. And I believe that as a personality, he has legal representatives who are his lawyers. If there is something that has been done and his rights has been tempered upon, his lawyers would have been the one leading the forefront to make argument for him.
Which I think they have.
No. It took the minority leader to visit him in his house, didn't address a press conference there, came to Parliament to organize a press conference to communicate all that he wants to communicate. And do you know why he did that? Because parliamentarians have some indemnity clause attached to them. They can't be prosecuted for maybe some defamatory words that they say on the floor of Parliament and many other things. So he left that place, come to Parliament to clothe himself in that immunity to communicate all that he wants to communicate. So it is making the thing look like it is a political game that we are playing instead of going for the rights of individuals. If Addison, do you think that Addison, with all the money he has and all the representations his rights has been tempered upon, and now he's still sitting at home, no action has been taken and any other thing, he would have, if it is you, even me that I don't have much to do or much to lose, I would go out there to seek for my right. If Addison thinks that the right thing has not been done to him, he would have been calling for not Afenyo Markins coming to Parliament to clothe himself in the privileges of a parliamentary member to spit whatever he's saying. But the good thing is that Attorney General, the learned Dr. Ayine, will be addressing the press today. He will clear the issues and tell us what actually happened. But I'm sure that whatever happened is not far from what I am trying to explain here. People have been involved in many atrocities. Imagine that someone just in the comfort of his home is able to monitor whatever happens at the Premium Bank of Ghana.
Can we also now get the timelines of when he was doing that? Because if you allege that he was doing that, he was also BOG boss. So if he wants to be able to follow up on, if he wants to follow up on what the dealings of the place where he's supposed to be a leader at is going on.
So he brought those setups to his home to be able to monitor what is happening at BOG. You realize that the pictures that were out, you didn't see when they captured it was the cameras and those things that were dismantled. If there is any other thing, if there's any atrocious thing that they were looking for, if it was him that they were looking for, you see, and this is just one of the many evasions that will be happening, because a lot of people have messed the country up and they will be visited in their homes. So if you have a friend, you have a brother, you have your uncle who is part of them, we are visiting them. Get ready. It is not you coming to cry for on TV that will save you. There are many of these things that will come up, and make sure that we straighten the conversation. And the right thing must be done. And all these things are done
once he lands,
all these things are done in the ambit of the law.
Okay.
Search warrants has been received, a court order has been given that they should go and search the house. If they go and they search the house, whatever they are looking for, they get it, they get it. If they don't get it, they go. Whatever they are looking for is done according to law.
Did you also hear that after their very diplomatic, according to you?
No. Evasion is not always diplomatic. You can't say that evasion is diplomatic.
Some items have been reported missing. What do you make of that?
A little of maybe around 10,000 Ghana cedis and all that.
So be 10,000 Ghana cedis.
No, that is what Afenyo Makin said.
That's what Afenyo Makin said. And he said the lawyers of
they are not his lawyers. Afenyo Makin is not BOG's boss lawyer. If certain things are missing, he should table it before court. The court that granted the warrant he should go there and say that these things have been missing.
I'm actually surprised. Did you see
that? You think that national security, a whole state apparatus will go to a BOG boss's house and it is 10,000 they are looking for and juries of the wife that they are looking for?
But they said it's missing. So now that you have come to my house and something is
they should look for it. Cecilia Dapak would have said the same thing if national security visited him, but we realized that it was the maid that took the money. He should also question the maids and see if they saw those things under his bed.
See where the connection is back.
That is what is there.
Miriam, just let me have it.
Please.
If your money is missing, not necessarily the national security came for it. If I'm part of national security, I would have taken maybe $100 million.
When we come to this very set,
you can't say that.
If I was part,
you're okay to say that on national television.
But because
if you went to raid or invade a former BOG boss's
and I see 100 million,
you will take it.
I would have pick it and take it back to national security. So we question him on the source of that money. I'm not saying I'll take it to my house, no.
But they are saying it's missing and it's not been recorded for.
Who said it's not been? If something is missing, anything that they take,
they knew the 10,000 and the jewelry. Do they need anything
that they take from that place has been recorded. If nothing is there, it's not one person who goes there and go and pick and you say that the person Nicodemusly made way with it. Whatever is taken there, the group knows and they will make account for it.
Okay.
And if I was there and I saw $100 million there, I would pick it. Me, Philip, I will pick it and take it to national security.
But Philip, do you also get why we are asking that this should have been done in a way that, like,
I don't see why you want us to pamper crime.
No, I'm not saying, because I'm not even going to let you speak on this. I'm moving on. But when we are saying that this should have been done in a way that if anything happened, if anybody comes out and says alleges,
people suppose that the search party should go with body cams and all those things to further.
To make sure.
So those are good suggestions. But to say that the whole action is wrong, it's not wrong. It's a right thing that national is doing for security reasons, and you don't need to understand.
Okay, all right, please.
Miriam, you see, when we come here, this is a very important area. And this is a nurturing ground for all of us young people. When we find this platform, we must do ourselves, if not even the viewers, a favor. We must do our very selves a favor in what we say and what we pour out. Number one, the issue of he set out cameras in his house and he's spying Bank of Ghana is utter falsehood.
This was for the first time, honestly.
This was look. Let me tell him the genesis of where it came. There's one Nick Papo, an older man a bit, who has turned himself into a full soldier because he is experiencing government. I have been a government communicator before. I've been on your show a few times to speak for the government. Maybe he's experiencing government. He's yet to. He's now beginning to defend or speak for government.
Speak for yourself.
Tell him.
You don't know where I'm coming from, so we want to speak for yourself and know what you're
slow down and verify facts so that when he's speaking and the cameras are recording him, these will be referenced to him tomorrow. Nick Papo made these allegations on Facebook on the issue of the former BOG governor having cameras in his house and spying. When the heat came higher, he came back just yesterday to say that if Afenyo Makin could allege that some jewelries and 10,000 were missing, he decided to find an alternative allegation to to nullify it. And when that happened, they put it on their WhatsApp platform, and the same content of write-up is being shared by almost every NDC full soldier across. That is dangerous.
Okay.
For us as young people, and we must get serious when we are making these empty allegations.
This is the CCTV camera pack that he was using to
you understand? So we must take our viewers serious. We must take ourselves serious. And we must begin to integrate ourselves and be a bit decorum when it comes to speaking on issues of governance.
Okay, that point has been made. Because today we are going to be hearing from the Attorney General. So we are going to be getting, we're going to hear vividly what has happened, why those things happened. Finally on that, so we move on to our next topic.
People are in a shock position, so they are not realizing that.
I think we've gone past that with the office. I don't know.
Personally, I think some of the viewpoints I've heard today are very strange to me.
Is it?
Very, very strange to me.
Okay, please go ahead.
You see, the point for me is that the national security, yes, in as much as they have their own dealings, whatever they do must be within the premise of the law.
The law.
And for my esteemed brother, Philip, to say that we shouldn't question the national security when it comes to their dealings, for me, is a bit strange, especially when we've noticed a certain pattern of the standards through which they are even operating. We must understand that national security establishments or apparatus all over the world have an acceptable code of conduct. There's a certain way things are done. Even if you take, for example, the Federal Bureau of Intelligence, when they conduct certain actions, like one of the things they do is regular press briefings immediately after said to even communicate the basis upon which they take these actions. And so we've seen some Rambo-style raids.
And apologies flying all over.
Apologies are coming from people close to the government. Unless he's saying that he's closer to the national kick, and then he has some information that we do not have. Now let's touch on the allegations itself. I don't think this is national television. He's made speculative statements. The fact that we've seen pictures of CCTV cameras and does not inure to the baseline conclusion that Dr. Ndessadison was doing XYZ. I think it's not fair to even make that.
Absolutely.
And he's saying we shouldn't preempt that. I think he should have waited for the Attorney General to
come. This conversation shouldn't have even started.
Because
I asked for your expectations. I didn't say that.
And I said my expectations
you're making categorical allegations
the AG's submission today will not be far from what I'm saying.
We must be very
factual with the dissemination of information on this platform. And so
national security.
If it comes out in the end that was happening, it should come from the right. So I don't think he has the information to say that the reason and the
but he has to say that it's not true.
He's not made those comments.
He said it's not true.
But he has the right to defend himself.
Yes, and I'm also having the right to tell you what
so you yourself.
I went ahead to mention the individual who began the allegation and the retraction he came to give. That is enough of evidence.
Oh no, but that is what is the fact is.
I went ahead to tell you the originator of the allegation and his retraction.
Yeah, do you understand? So that's
I am not on that allegation. I'm coming from a different point of view.
Wow.
That is those are my words.
Ghana is a democratic state.
Yes.
We must continue to do all we can to engender the democracy we've been enjoying for a very long time. We support fully the clampdown on corruption and corruption-related activities, but even criminals have a right to fair representation. They have a right to enjoy the full benefits that come with living in a state that is governed by the law. And what we've seen so far, what he's saying is going to continue.
Yeah.
So they are setting a very dangerous precedent where state institutions can be weaponized in the name of fighting corruption. And I don't think that's fair. Let's fight corruption. Let's do it in the right manner. And he doesn't stipulate what the right manner is. There's an acceptable way that things are done, and let's follow that. It shouldn't be when new governments come, they will bend the rule. Because when it happened to the current Attorney General, people from his side of the divide condemned it. Today, he's saying that the national security should be allowed to play the football in a way that they believe.
You see, when you go to Article 18 of our Constitution...
You're still speaking on this?
No. Article 18 of our Constitution gives everyone the right to property and the right to do anything. Unless, of course, that right is truncated for national security reasons and many other things. That's just to paraphrase what Article 18 is.
Your majority leader had apologized for these raids.
When you have a right to property and a right to invade your privacy. A right of privacy. The right to privacy is being invaded when it is for national security issues. And the national security issues it is the national interest and national security. Now these people come together and say that national security apparatus is saying that
we're going
we are invading your privacy. You come and say that
high recruits at the bar.
Last week, someone said that if the IMF is condemning you, you are doing something right. These people are condemning because they see something right, so they are bitter.
Okay.
Leave them.
We'll wait for the AG today.
Early days in opposition yet, more to come.
No, I think in my opinion, it's one out. That's opposition.
Yeah,
I think we're in a new government.
He would get to integrate himself very well.
I mean, he would enjoy new government.
Everybody can attest.
Those who stole our money, national security will still continue.
Yeah, we're just touching on. I think so. So we're moving to. Last week was a very heated week because Ajua Safo went on media platforms to speak on her experience with the MPP. And then a few hours after one of her interviews, we saw that she had been referred to the disciplinary committee. I'm going to start with you because that's your political party. These conversations are coming on the back of this young lady, and I think I saw an apology on social media by JPK or something like that. One of the MPP
General Secretary JFK.
No, JFK.
No,
this
JFK
one is a social media MPP guy. Very sure everybody knows him for it, and he was apologizing that he was one of the few people.
OPK, MP from Prior.
Yeah, yes, OPK.
Yes.
Okay, great, because I don't know him. So he apologized because, in his opinion, he personally attacked the young lady without knowing exactly what she was going through. Yeah. After hearing the stories of Ajua Safo, how did you feel like an MPP member?
Okay, thank you very much once again. On the issue of Ajua, if you have to look at one young individual who chastised and bastardized Ajua when she was away from Parliament, it's on record. My Facebook, everybody knew my position.
I come to apologize this morning.
No, I've even done open apologies on Facebook regarding that.
I respect you though.
Oh yes. You see, I was one of those people who was very. In fact, during their primaries, I was in Dominic Cabinet to campaign rigorously against her for Makokwe Jr. to become the parliamentary candidate.
Wow.
I'm building a point. When it happened, the story was one-sided. There were issues of money has been paid into her account, the private jet was arranged for her, she stayed quiet. We all bastardized her. We found reasons to criticize her, and some of us moved beyond the limit. She came back, gave an open apology to the party, and reintegrated herself into the national campaign. She taught the whole nation with the flag bearer, Dr. Alhaji Mahamudu Bawumia, to campaign. She was my constituency, she was every constituency that I had been with the campaign team. She campaigned after apologizing openly to the party and all the stakeholders that matter. After everything, this position I'm stating is my personal position, and I'll come to the party and the reason why we have to respect party authority. Ajua began, Ajua is one of the most enterprising young politicians that you can think about in this country. And this was a young lady, a lot of people could see that presidential material or vice presidential material in her way back 2012.
Oh, wow.
Ajua is very enterprising until the recent incidents that happened, that she had to be away for a year or half, something like that. So this is a woman who had lost her parliamentary elections. This is a woman that a lot was said about her. She has come to not only redeem herself, but to say her side of the story. She began saying the side of the story, but as human beings and as fallible as we may be, we may move beyond our limits, especially when it comes to issues of emotions. Bear in mind, this is a woman, okay, who had to endure so much. A lot of the so much, per her description now, could simply be described as fabrications. A lot of the so much that was said and did against her could only be described as lies. And this woman had mounted several platforms to say her side of the story and to redeem herself. Bear in mind, this lady has a brighter future as far as the MPP and Ghana politics is concerned. She has to say her side of the story for objective minds like me to understand that, Ajua, I'm sorry. I went overboard.
So that she can move on with her journey.
Then I will still find that reason to believe in the Ajua that I have always known over the years. But there's another twist to it. The MPP is a political enterprise with rules and regulations, with laws and code of conduct, manned and managed by individuals from national to the polling station level. It is the prerogative of the party leadership to make sure that the rules and regulations of the party are abided by and followed duly. So if J.O.A went out to speak and the party, per its rules, a democratic party of course, sees that there is a reason why they would have to stop her per the rules of the party, as long as J.O.A still subscribes to be a member of the party, she must still avail herself for the laws and the regulations of the party. So I stand with the party in this regard to conduct the law and let everybody be abiding to the laws. So if the party is inviting her to the disciplinary committee, we've been through these things on series of occasions. This is the look. The MPP we are talking about is the oldest and the longest political tradition as far as our country is concerned. The Dankwa Dambo Bizia tradition has been in existence for a very long time. And this is the only political party that rules this country or that provides solution for this country, whether in power or in opposition. So we are going through a lot as a country at this material moment. And I think that we shouldn't have even spent so much time discussing J.O.A Sabah, because this is a time Galamsey is destroying us than
you
ever.
You had the opportunity to fix that. You didn't do it. So let's move on to... Let Moses touch on the rest of I like your point. At least she was given a very objective look at...
It's one of the very few honest NPP communities.
Do you understand? Do you understand? Please, quickly. I'll give you 2 minutes, please.
All right.
2 minutes.
I think on that issue, it's clear. He mentioned that their party is a democratic party, but it's a party that is situated in the context of democracy, and then free speech is also an element of democracy. I believe that the Venerable J.O.A Sabah is just exercising her rights to free speech, because I took my time to listen to the interview on Asempa FM, and if you look at and listen to the ordeal that she recounted, she went through a lot, especially from the fabrications, the mistruths, the half-truths, people saying she received monies, the private jets, etc. And I think for someone who looks at it from a political lens, obviously she has political ambitions and she has a political future. And it is prudent for her to clear the air, to restore trust and faith in her as a candidate. That is what she's doing. I think over the years, the NPP has found a way to clamp down on people who shared dissenting views from the party, and that is where my problem is.
I beg to differ. Kennedy Japan is still around.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
He has not spoken his mind.
I love Kennedy Japan.
These are the people they have in their party.
He's the exception to the rule.
These are kind of people.
He's an exception to the rule, right?
No, he's also within the party.
Yes, but he's the exception.
He's been invited to the disciplinary committee a lot of times. I mean, and that's the democracy of our party.
The point for me here is that I think the approach they're using right now is wrong, because at this material moment where they have to restructure their party, criticisms like this from key figures like J.O.A should be taken in good faith. I do not think that referring her to the disciplinary committee is the way to go, because beyond the ordeal that she's recounted, she shared some recommendations. She's spoken about how the party sometimes single out people who have a different view from the majority view. That is something that the party should be looking at. The recommendations in her interviews, the recommendations that she's putting forward, should be taken into consideration for them to be, because unless they don't have plans of coming back into power. But if they do, one of the critical components of restructuring the party is to listen to their criticisms. And she's mentioned in an interview with Asempa, she mentioned the reports. And she said the report that is being drafted by Michael Kwame, that is not what she doesn't believe that.
But you can also tell that they have, small bad blood. So that's what.
But she mentioned why. She said that he, to an extent, is a contributor to the downfall of the NPP. So she believes, and so then I'm saying that when you're gauging the views and perspectives, include her too. I do not think that the approach that the NPP...
Thank you.
Yeah, I think I agree with Moses on that, for the fact that you think that because they have a bad blood, so anything she says, you want to treat it in that angle, that because she's not fine with the old man, that would be their position. But it's just surprising that the supposed to be Democratic Party is visiting onto there are people, the culture of silence, where you don't want people to speak their mind, when actually a few days ago, they were on the rooftop shouting that one social media guy or Katachi or somebody a Free Fire has been picked by national security, and that is invasion on the free speech and all that. But they said he's a journalist and many other things, but
what did he? He was picked up.
He's a journalist.
Don't interject me. He told me I have 2 minutes. Let me flow. So if you say that a thing like that is not good, just for you to turn around the following day and issue a communique that people should refrain from granting interviews and stop talking. Now, when someone went for that to talk, you invited the person. The following day, the person booked another interview going, and you went to sit in the person's house and say the person will not move out. It is so critical. You see, MPP is just having interesting times and early days in whatever they are doing. But you see, democracy should be realized in full. You shouldn't feel that if this coin face towards you, then it should be the best. I think that Adjosafo has gone through a lot. And I think for we in the NDC, I, for instance, very happy about what is happening with Adjosafo and whatever she's saying, because some of these things that she's saying are going to help in our investigation into certain key national issues. And you know, nothing convinces a man very faster than the man's own words. So issues about the school feeding program, how money were taken during COVID and all these things were misused. These are times that MPP don't want. These are the things MPP don't want to go out. That's why the gentleman here is saying that we have pressing issues. We should fight Galamsey and forget Adjosafo. We want Adjosafo to come and help us. Let's retrieve all those money that were used in the COVID time and all those things. And see, NDC is liking those things. We love them. Adjoa should say it. We need them. We'll go after those who took the money.
I don't know if NDC likes this thing that you say.
No, they would be happy. They would be happy.
MPP man is saying that NDC will be happy.
Thank you so much, gentlemen. I always enjoy conversations with you, especially when Philip comes, because as for Philip, I can pick on him. But thank you so much. You said how many?
You are very accommodating. NDC.
But gentlemen and ladies who are watching, thank you so much. Please share your views with us on our social media platforms, MX24, GH on all social media platforms. Let's continue to build and grow together this country, and that is what we sit here to do. Gentlemen, again, thank you so much for coming. We're moving on to our next conversation that's on the plug right after this.
This is a call to you. The dreamers. The ones that see no boundaries.
Dreamers take a chance.
The explorers that chart their own path.
Unlock the vibes, connect the energy.
The ones that dare to challenge the status quo.
Get connected, feel the vibe.
When others try to think outside the box, you wonder, what box?
Catch the wave, enjoy the ride.
To the architects of their journeys. Every connection is an opportunity to explore every experience. This is your call to adventure. Your journey begins here. Be bold, be daring, be free. Connecting passions, connecting dreams, connecting ambitions. Telecel, connecting energies.
Trailblazers aren't born. They are molded by vision, resilience, and a relentless drive to create change. Join us on April 12, 2025 at the UPSA Auditorium for an event that inspires transformation. Hear from our seasoned speakers including Kwame A.A. Opoku, author, futurist, and global speaker. Makeda Smith, founder and CEO of Savvy Chicks in Real Estate from the USA. Christian Boache Yadom, co-founder and CEO of Pizza Man Chicken Man. Ebenezer Isuman Amankwa, co-founder and COO of Pizza Man Chicken Man. Anthony Jamafer, CEO of Caveman Watches. Sir Elom J. Tete, global lead of the Psalmist International. Our keynote is from Dr. Stephen Deborah Ablometi, founder and CEO of CPL Developers. Your host for the event will be Moses B. Arthur, author and CEO of Afrimart Atlantic. Get ready to embrace an experience that will inspire you to dream bigger and take courageous action. Remember, the date is on April 12, 2025. Time 11 a.m. prompt. Venue UPSA Auditorium. Remember to register with the code on your screen or with the link below. Let us unite to shape a brighter Ghana. Don't miss this moment. This event is proudly brought to you by Entrepreneurship Hub Africa in partnership with Pizza Man Chicken Man. Proudly sponsored by MX24 TV.
From 2012, we have gathered for new wine. 13 years later, Levites gather. It's time to be refreshed, renewed, and poured out. Ladies and gentlemen, MOG Music presents New Wine 2025 theme. Back to the basics. Venue, First Love Center. Encounter true power with ministrations from Joe Metal, Kwame Jedu, Reverend Barry Nikwe, Pastor Isaiah, and Obapa Christie. Date 30th March. Time 5 p.m. Rate single 100 Ghana cedis, VIP 200 Ghana cedis, family of 5 450 Ghana cedis. Sponsors Omni Basic Bank, Secure Sanitary Pad, eTransact, Knowledge Tree International, Tank Palace Hotel, and Oasis Studios. Media partners, your ticket awaits you. Get it now. Dial *389 *777 hash or visit Airport Shell, Community 11 Shell, Bachana Total, Royal House, and First Love Center. Let the Levites arise in this generation. We're going back to the basics. Ready?
Welcome to Deluxe Experience Ghana, your trusted partner in creating unforgettable events. From breathtaking stage designs to dazzling lighting solutions, we bring your vision to life with precision and creativity. Our expert event planning and consultation services ensure every detail is taken care of so you can enjoy a stress-free experience. Capture every moment with our professional photography, videography, and live streaming services because every memory deserves to be cherished. Transform your event venues into a masterpiece with our exquisite interior lighting and permanent designs tailored to suit your style and theme. At Deluxe Experience Ghana, we don't just plan events, we create experiences. Let's make your next event extraordinary. Deluxe Experience Ghana. Think events, think Deluxe. Contact us today. 0267-837006 or 0545-038620 and 0545-037520. Deluxe Experience Ghana. Think events, think Deluxe.
on MX24. It's still the AM Club. Now let's get into the... Yes, me, I have DOA. So, yeah, I love it. DOA. Obi to Onyanka or MOE, but Emfa.
DOA, maybe.
Emfa. That's a book of my.
Oh, okay. So,
Obi Nyanka or MOE, but
no, I'm okay with my
MOE no Emfa.
Baby, me, I'm okay with my name.
Well, or double M. Double M. But it's fine. It's fine. Anyways, we've got J.O.A. inside the studios, and someone will be asking, what does J.O.A. stands for? She's in my favorite color. No, we're lime green. We're lemon green. Lemon green. Yes. Also, a touch of lemon green.
Yes.
And so you guys are blending.
Yes. Into one and now title.
We're blue. Welcome to the show. How you doing?
I'm fine.
Good to have you.
Good to have you.
Mimi was asking about this one that we just played with Joe Metal. How did the collaboration come about?
Thank you so much for having me. And I think that when I had this song, it took a long time for me to record it.
Okay.
Looking at the song, I just knew that I needed someone on it. And now who to get to be on was a problem. And when Jometo came to mind, I asked myself, hey, possible? And I said, Obenya time, no. So I told him, and he was like, oh, why not? I feel like a time now, and you're recording. No? But then he did it for me, and God bless him wherever he is. The process was amazing. It required a lot of waiting, but then here we are.
It required a lot of waiting. I think in the history of gospel musicians, a lot of waiting is done.
Yeah.
And in that moment, whilst you're waiting on God to tell you that, okay, you know what, it's time, push, do this, do that. How do you guys maneuver around it?
It's I think so even if it's not about ministry or anything, even life and waiting for something to happen, it's not an easy thing. But then what keeps us going is the sure word of God. That's what keeps us going. I mean, at times it would look like it's not happening. At times it would sound like it can never come to pass. But then once you believe the one that has called you, I mean, there are a lot of examples for us to look at in the Bible. So once you know that, okay, even Moses went through this, he went through that, Joseph went through this, David went through this. Okay, so what's the end? This is the end. Okay, then I think that issues are a bit and I say so that's how. I mean, just holding on to the word of God. I think that's all.
Mimi, your Jesus baby.
Yeah, I personally, I think I met you once.
Really?
Yes, it was at Ibuka's event.
Yes.
Yes. And I had goosebumps, and my friend Richard was like, "Me great idea." And I'm like, I don't know. There's just something about this young lady that is absolutely amazing. Even in your voice, right? If someone is not looking at you, they'll think this is a huge, gigantic. I'm sure you've heard that.
Even in pictures.
They'll think this, but when the voice that you carry is such a powerful voice, how do you train your voice to get there?
Honestly, when it started, it didn't sound like this. But you see, there are so many things that we are that we don't even know yet. There are so many things that will become in the future that we don't know. Sometimes when I speak, I ask myself, or when I sing, I ask myself, how did I get here? Because right from the beginning, this wasn't there. But then that speaks of the grace of God. I mean, once the focus is on Him and you keep doing what He requires that you do, by the time there's something that you would miss. I mean, there's a part in the process that you would miss, and you can only link that missing thing to God. Yeah. So I think that, honestly, I don't know how I got here. I can't really remember. I went for rehearsals. But trust me, it's the grace of God.
Someone said your voice sounds like who prays for every day. Like, we have 10 hours rest. Do you do that?
Me, 10 hours.
When you have 10 hours
rest. I don't do 10 hours, but then I do what I have the strength to do and I allow God to do
Wonderful.
what He. Yeah.
What is your connection with Alpha Hour?
He's my spiritual father.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's where you started singing from?
No. I think that I started with Assemblies of God from Kumasi. Okay. No, from Sunyani, then to Kumasi, then to Accra. Yeah. So I'm in his church.
Okay.
I serve under.
You
him.
serve under.
Yeah.
And the same pie and the Obering Let's come back to your journey as a gospel musician. Young. Yeah. You are one of the fresh faces. I remember, were you part of the Gen Z squad on Women of Worship last year? You were part of the Gen Z squad. So you've been put on huge platforms. Tell me, talk me through the process of getting here and how it feels like to arrive here. Because you even did a duet on the launch of the event, I believe.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, so I remember you. Let's talk about your journey.
You see, sometimes when some of these things happen, the feeling is amazing. That first no crank here when him cry, and first no crank here from I saw a crank by a ding, but then for the fact that baby I will free God picking you, put you takes a favor of God, and if Mama G is watching me, God bless her so much for the opportunity. Anyone the opportunity to be on their platform. Even if it's not a big platform, any platform I've ever been on, it's a blessing. Because I know, say, Yehumi will baby, you'll be recommending me a movie and all that. That's how it happens. So even if in court is a small platform, I really appreciate it. And being on such a platform, we thank God. We thank God. But then it's a blessing. It's a blessing. And the feeling. The feeling. There are times that after such programs, I go home and everything that's in my hands, everything in my bag, I put everything on the floor and I just thank God because intense. I mean, looking at where I'm coming from, Kumasi, there are a lot of people.
So you're like a Siano girl? Like proper Kumasi girl?
Proper one.
Oh, yeah, Santini.
Yeah, Santini.
Unless people don't give opportunity to do right?
Asante 40 years. What's our name say? Yeah, Pimwa. Yes, yeah. That's right.
I mean, maybe I'm free, and there are a lot of good, anointed artists here in Accra, and sometimes to be picked out of the many is a blessing. Yeah. I think that's all I can say. The feeling is a good one. It's a great one. Yeah.
You have a new one with your Siano sister.
Yes,
Efe Grace. Efe is also, people don't know this, but Efe is a Kumasi-based artist.
Pure one.
People think she's Efe.
I also think
because of her color.
Yeah. I mean, she looks very Efe.
Yeah.
You have
she's
Kumasi girl. You have a new one with her.
Yeah.
Tell us about that collaboration.
Immediately when I got it, I knew this song, dear. I need to have it on it. And I think a lot of people, because of my connection with a lot of people, have been anticipating that we do something together. Oh. So when it happened that I wanted to have it on this, I told her, she was like, it's a beautiful song, let's do it. We went to the studio, recorded a car video, but...
What's it called?
I Depend on You.
I Depend on You.
Yeah.
Who wrote the song?
I did.
You did?
Yes.
Why did you write the song?
I think I was in a place of prayer, and is it okay to say it on camera? Let me show.
Hey, me, have you cried on this platform? Jay cried with Suda.
I was show with baby.
Me show twice.
Maybe I depend on you, Mama.
So I was in that place, and I think that there are times that in a place of prayer, you don't really have anything to say. And then words cannot really hurt. So, I mean, in the simplest way, God, I depend. So I was just singing, and I think the song came. So there was an instrumental I was praying with. So through that instrumental, an inspiration came, and the words came. And by the grace of God, we were able to also, apart from receiving songs spontaneously, we were able to right? Yeah. So
sing a bit of that song for me. Let's hear.
My Savior and King, you are good, oh, and forever I put my trust in you. I depend on you. I rely on you. Glory be to you. That's all.
Do you remember the place where you're at anytime you sing the song, where you were when you were singing, when you were...
Yeah, I do. There are times I recorded it. I mean, usually when I get songs like that, I record them so that I don't forget them. So there are times that I go back to the voice notes on my phone. I listen to it, I mean, with the tears, with the emotions, and yeah.
You're a powerful musician.
Thank you so
and
much.
I'm sure Jay agrees with me that we want to see you on bigger platforms. We want to see you rise. We want to see you as one of the voices in the gospel fraternity that will be properly sustained, granted. Yeah, was assurance there. Maybe I was sharing who band, no. Maybe I was sharing there. We okay.
Represented.
But we pray that you'd never lose this fire, because I think that's what is connecting and bringing people to you. I think people are very honored to associate with you, and I'm happy for you. How do we connect with you if we want Jacquelyn, right? Yeah. Jacquelyn on our program. We want Jacquelyn on a song, maybe more artist or your collaboration. How do we connect with you?
Okay, so I'm very active on social media. Once you text me on any of the handles I'm about to put out there, you will get me. So Jacquelyn Oforiwaa-Amanfo on Facebook, J.O.A. Original on Twitter, Original J.O.A. on Instagram. But then if you type Jacquelyn Oforiwaa-Amanfo on all the platforms, I'll pop up everywhere.
What do we get? I Depend on You.
It's available on
I believe that's going to be our new anthem.
Yes, please.
I think it's going to be an anthem.
Yeah.
And we should be singing it more on that.
Sure.
You know, it's at 12 o'clock now.
But then God bless him so much. He's really helping us. Daddy, God bless you wherever you are. Pastor Elvis Ajeman is really pushing us. He is really pushing us. God bless you so much. And his wife, Mommy, Michelle, Lady Mercy Ajeman Elvis. God bless you so much. And both of you. God bless you.
Please, the platforms where we can get
the song. Yeah. So available on Spotify, Deezer, YouTube, Apple Music, Boomplay. I think it's also on. There's another platform I would want to mention. I forgot it.
It's not Uptown, is it?
It's not Uptown.
Deezer. You mentioned Deezer already.
Okay.
iTunes.
iTunes.
Yeah.
So it's everywhere.
Yeah, it's everywhere.
What of YouTube?
It's on YouTube.
It's on YouTube as well. Yeah.
Indeed.
Right,
YouTube for my YouTube gang. Let's go on YouTube and make it happen.
But then I have my songs on Uptown.
Uptown as well. Yes.
But I Depend on You is not there.
It's not there.
Yeah.
Please quickly go and put it fast. They could do so that, as you know, it's a Ghanaian company, so we can quickly get something on there.
I think they did something for me, and God bless them so much.
I love that. Okay. We love this. We love Ghana supporting Ghana.
Yes.
Jacquelyn, thank you for coming.
Thank you so much.
We will, like I said, we will be seated here again and host you for another big celebration.
Yes.
And we're excited about that for you. Wish you all the very best.
Thank you so much.
Jay, any final words to her?
Oh, she's Mrs. Star. I depend on you, dear. Medical catalog.
Absolutely.
So,
Absolutely.
So most definitely, we entreat everyone to do the same. Yes,
Yes, so I Depend on You is a new anthem for my Jesus babies. You know that we always come up with an anthem to fight, to go through this life together. Our new anthem is I Depend on You from J.O.A. and Efe Grace. Let's go grab that song, do whatever we please with the song. On social media, dear, let's make it fly and let's make this happen for the Jesus Dem. All right? Okay, my name is Miriam Uduak-Mensah. This has been the AM Club on MX24. It's MX24 GH on all social media platforms. Connect with us every single morning of the week. Monday to Friday is 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. right here on MX24.
My name is Kojo Dasibretu as well. Thank you so much for being a part of the show. Of course, we'll leave you in the hands of J.O.A. with I Depend on You. We'll see you same time tomorrow. All right? Have a wonderful day. God bless you.